Welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about brakes. More specifically, we're talking about the Powerstop Evolution Sport Z23 carbon ceramic pads, the Powerstop drilled and slotted rotors to match, and then we're also talking about AC Delco factory replacement calipers. We're doing the whole deal. So I bought all these parts off of Rock Auto. Everything I buy, almost everything I buy is off Rock Auto. They have the best prices. They ship very fast. And most importantly, I can continue to add to my Rock Auto sticker collection. So this Z23 performance package is what I sort of settled on. But they actually sell a whole kit, which is pads, rotors, and they sell Powerstop like coated red calipers to go with it. But I kind of ended up deciding against it. Once I put it in my cart and realized how much it's going to cost total to ship it to Canada here, I got cold feet. And then I kind of like looked into it further and I decided this was the way I want to go. So first of all, I went to Z23 performance carbon ceramic pads and the rotors that match. There's the same rotors in this kit and another kit. So the Z23, there's also a Z36 tow package, truck and tow package, I think exactly what they called it, which was $25 more, which isn't a lot. And I was really thinking about doing it, but I don't tow. I have no plans to tow. But my van is being camperized. It is heavy. So I thought, like, you know, is that equivalent to towing? Anyways, long story short, I decided it wasn't. So I just went with the cheaper but still upgraded pads. So that's what I settled on. And then for rotors, these are the Powerstop. Oh, these are heavy. Powerstop drilled and slotted rotors. A lot of people say a lot of things about the drilled and slotted rotors because the biggest thing they do is affect pad life negatively. But frankly, I don't drive my van that much, so I'm not really concerned about pad life. And ultimately, pads are cheap anyways. Even expensive pads are not that expensive. So I decided for looks wise, there's nothing gonna beat a slotted rotor. But from what I've been led to believe is these, especially off-road, is these holes can get rocks, I guess like jammed into it, like pebbles kind of thing, can get jammed into it. And then that will basically just grind away at your pad every time it goes through. But I'm not really concerned. So that's what I decided to do. Sometimes you gotta go. Sometimes it's form over function, but sometimes it's function over form. And we want some sweet looking slotted drilled rotors. It has a little like race car feel. And I grew up as an import guy. I read every Honda Civic type magazine back in the day. And yeah, slotted and drilled rotors have been my fantasy since I was a young boy. And I should go into Evolution Sport pads. They have a little guide here on how to break them in. They got a whole bunch of hardware stuff to come with it. You got your pads, both sides. You got some sort of insulation lubricant. 3 packs. So it should be everything I need to go. Everything I need to do the install. And theoretically, a pad rotor replacement should be very easy. And obviously I'm relatively experienced with mechanics. But the first, big job I ever did, a lot of air quotes in this video. The first big job I ever did was like a full-on brake replacement. So I think anybody can do a brake replacement. and frankly should do a brake replacement, because this will cost you a lot of money to get it done professionally, and it's not that hard, which you will see later. Anyways, pads and rotors on Rock Auto. I got the whole thing put together for $260.77 plus tax and shipping, obviously. I lost my receipt. I didn't lose. I misplaced it, so I don't exactly know what I paid for shipping for that, but it doesn't really matter. Anyways, $260. The tow package for pads and rotors was $284, and the whole thing, the package included with the Powerstop coated red performance calipers, which I didn't buy. The whole thing was $392, plus there's core charge and then shipping on top of that. I think the whole thing would have been like $520, but I settled on these AC Delco remanufactured factory replacement, which I'm very happy with, but it saved me a considerable amount of money. So Rock Auto had a $7 off immediate rebate when you buy any AC Delco parts, I think, or maybe it was just brake parts that day when I was ordering. So I saved $7 right off the top. So each one of these calipers only cost me $16.79. I think that's American. So obviously I had to transfer that into Canadian. But it was $16.79, plus there's a $24 core. The core is kind of what added up a lot of these things. But anyways, each of these was $40.79, including the core cost. And then for the Powerstop ones, the red ones, which was if I bought this whole kit from Powerstop, they would have been included. But anyways, those were $69 plus $17 in a core charge. So the whole thing would have been $86. So these were essentially half the price for a factory direct replacement part, OEM brand. So I decided that was the way I want to go, because frankly, this isn't a race car of any sort. And I frankly think regular brakes, a pure OEM replacement package would be fine. But anyways, I went with this, and I am excited. So it's the OEM remanufactured part. I don't really know what else to say, but we're just gonna go, and it's that's slippery. All that's kind of greasy straight out of the box, but that's life working on vehicles. Anyways, I don't really know what else to say, so we're gonna go out to the van and we're gonna start working. Okay, we're out at the van. Well, jacked up, wheels are chalked. Now we're gonna go to town. It's pretty windy today, so you're probably gonna hear it, but it is what it is. I wanted to be canoeing, but instead, we're changing brakes. 3/8 inch Allen bolt. Should be 2 bolts. A little stiff. So the easiest way to do this to me is compare. If you look at this brake squealer and this brake squealer, you got it, this is the right side, so we'll put them in here. do. Preloaded. And put it on. Now if you look on the back side, this is our connection to this hose here. We got a couple brass washers, so we're gonna put one on each side of this thing and connect that. Well, there we go. One side is done, and I'm gonna go do the other side, and then we're gonna bleed the brakes and go for a test drive. Okay, so brakes are bled, at least for now. I think they're good to go. I had my one-man bleeder system going, and I think they're good, but I am gonna put my wheels on, take this for a test drive, and then see if I need to bleed them again. But anyways, gonna throw the wheels on and go for a test drive. So we are on our test drive here. Brakes feel good. So before, my brakes would feel very like shuddery because I think the rotors were warped a little bit. So they feel good now, and I'm headed down towards what we call the flats. It's just a very flat, straight area where I can do this little embed braking period. So it says to go from 40 miles per hour, which I guess is 60 kilometers an hour, because I work in kilometers and you should too. So you go from 60 to 10, or from 40 miles an hour to 10 miles per hour 5 times aggressively, as it says. And then after that you do 35 to 5 moderate decelerations, and then you drive slowly for 5 minutes to let the brakes cool down, and that is the break-in period, I guess. So we're gonna go pretty close to it now where we're headed, and then that's what we're gonna do, and then probably look at the river and admire its beauty. But we'll see about that in when we're done. Oh, we're gonna go off of here. Hope this guy doesn't come behind me. Here we go. 60 to 10. $60.
first 5. Now, according to the box, we want to go 35 to 5 miles per hour. So what is that? Well, a damn near the same thing, but slightly less aggressive. So we will head down to here. Like such an idiot. Slamming on my brakes in the middle of nowhere for no reason. Well, I guess it's for a reason. Okay, we're at 35. We're gonna go less aggressive. Down to 5. Okay, we got 2 more of those. And we're back to normal. Okay, so brakes are fully embedded, fully bedded in, warmed up, whatever you want to call it, and they're good to go. They feel substantially better than before. In hindsight, it would have been nice to actually judge my stopping distance in a scientific fashion, but my brakes need to be replaced, so yes, this is an upgrade. But frankly, they're just 27-year-old brakes to start, so do yourself a favor, replace them with good parts. So that's it. That's the end of this episode. Z23 Powerstop brake upgrade. Peace.